Hello everybody, thank you for watching another episode of Air KGB. This is Dmitry Popov. Instead of talking about airsoft directly today, I think today we're actually going to cover about how to capture awesome airsoft video. It happens all from yesterday. I was doing a test of my new wrist mount and my NVG mount with my GoPro, and I posted online, and very quickly one of my blog subscribers told me that, whoa, you have this really bad, funny sound in the video that's very distracting. And you know what? As a filmmaker, I totally agree. I mean, I was really kind of bothered by that little jiggly jello sound that the GoPro camera makes, and today we're gonna fix it. And I did a quick search online to see how people do these kind of things. If they're doing like all the extreme sports and stuff like that. No one really covered about how to mount a camera on a AR or on a rifle to minimize those noise, but people kind of have a few solutions. But we'll get to that in a second, because first we're going to talk about what we have here. I just modified my GoPro rig for this weekend's Fuller Gap in North Carolina in the Taylorsville area. What I've done here is actually mask out the one of the waterproof casing of the GoPro. You see the back and the front of the camera. So instead of using like a clear cover where you can see the blinking light in the front that gives you away your position, well, most of the time that will conceal your location a little better. And also by using a skeleton, it's also a big no-no because the bullet can easily strike your camera and that'll damage your camera itself. So I kind of go with the waterproof casing. However, if you want to use the enclosed back for waterproof casing, that really going to suppress the sound of your surrounding environment. That's why I go with the skeleton back. What I'm going to do here is actually apply this mesh after this paint is dry, which is currently pretty dried. I sprayed a little while ago with Krylon. Only spray paint that I trust. I was a professional model maker to make architectural models, and that's what we all use in the shop is Krylon. They're fantastic, dry in 10 minutes, and they're very good. They don't chip really easily and have a very nice finish. And it's just a satin black. I'm going to apply this mesh in the back, so that will prevent BB from striking the back of the camera, even though it's going to be on my helmet. That will allow some sound to go through there so it can pick up what your teammate is saying and what the actual immersive environment of an airsoft game is going to be. Okay, but before we do that, we of course have to unmask all the tapes here, and I'm going to fast forward this in the video because nobody wants to see me just peeling off tapes. But what I'm going to do here, just going to use X-Acto and to remove all these masking tape that I applied on. So you can see here the casing itself is masked off. GoPro camera in there. Sadly, I only have a GoPro Hero 2 HD instead of 3 Black Edition. I spent too much money on my other camera gig, so I can't really buy a new GoPro just now. So I'm just using a 2, but it's fine. Mask out the red dot in the front. That's definitely a big giveaway for your position when you're playing airsoft or any kind of MilSim. You can still see the windows of what mode you're running on and how much time and battery you have left on camera. I also mask out the top and the bottom where the red light flashes, and those will kind of give me the idea of if the camera is actually recording or whatnot during the game. These two buttons are still silver or stainless steel rather, but they're not as bad as that red light in front of the camera, so that's gone. And now we're just going to complete the mod itself. I'm going to put this mesh screen in the back, then the mod will be complete for our GoPro mod. Cool, so now the mod is done. The mesh screen is on in the back and the whole thing is painted black. So now you can go out there and share the immersive experience of your airsoft game with your friends and the internet. GoPro Hero 2 again, going in, and that locks in place. You want to see it on a mount, and there it is. Oh, and look, this happened to have a helmet around. How convenient. There, that's the fast style helmet. The NVG mount going on. Actually mount the camera backward. And there you go. This is a GoPro on a fast style helmet attached directly to NVG mount. It's all painted black, so it all matches up. That's that, we got that going on, but you can still see here it vibrates quite a bit, and that is pretty bad, especially if you're using a wrist mount, mount that directly onto your wrist system of your rifle. That it actually vibrates really bad and have that really terrible rolling shutter problem happening, and of course also have a little jello-y sound that it makes. So I read online and figured actually help is a rubber lock that GoPro actually made, and you can get this either through a spare parts grab bag, or you can get it through a surfboard mount. Those two white suction mounts that they have that put on the surfboard, they also come with one of those guys. So white piece right there. It's kind of sad because this whole bag is what, $19.99, and I really only need that piece. Try to find one online. eBay have one listed at the moment. It's about $15.99. And it's like, guys, seriously, it's only a white piece of rubber. You're going to charge me 16 bucks for it? Not really going to go for that. So I decided to just pick up a bag like this. There might be somewhere cheaper to buy that in bulk, but I mean, obviously it shouldn't be that expensive. It's just a white piece of rubber. But you do have an extra tall mount and short mount, and two, one's flat and one curved 3M mounts in there. Also a elbow joint. So that helps you out a little bit for a more mounting option, but let's go ahead and open that up and get this rubber mount, and we're going to test fire our gas blowback rifle and see how much it's going to make a difference between the two setups. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so very quickly, I'm just going to see how that's going to work. I'm going to remove the GoPro from the NVG mount and straighten that up and slide this onto our wrist mount here. And the way how you put this in, it's actually going to insert this piece . Whew, all right, that's in there. You can already tell. Well, it's still wobble. So that's not fun. That's a lie. It still wobbles like hell. How is that supposed to work? I guess we should still give it a shot. See how it really works. Okay, so now we have our GoPro camera mounted on our King's Arms gas blowback rifle. It's an open bolt system. Let's see how that's actually going to work. So let me turn on my camera real fast. It is recording. Can't really see the red light up there. That's great. There's a red light on top, so that's good. Also red light at the bottom. Now let's put some rounds for this thing. Working. can already kind of tell that it's a little bit better, because yesterday when we were doing the test, the camera is constantly just wobbling. There's like a really bad vibrations coming from the camera when I fire, and now it seems to stabilize itself a little bit. Give that another shot. It's not too bad. Now let's flip the camera around and see how it's going to perform looking at the other way. So now you know how this GoPro rubber lock is going to work with the camera. It's to reduce some of the wobble and the jelly situations that you can see. And well, that's pretty much just about this episode of AirKGB. And thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you at Photo Gap. And till then, see you next time.